Hey everybody, Zeno back here for another challenge. Today we're back in Mega Man 1, tackling exactly what you see in the title, beating this game using only the Hyper Bomb. Mega Man 1 has a silent title screen, so we'll do our little explanation here before we dive into things. So for those who are new, as usual, we're going to be beating the entire game using only Hyper Bomb as an offensive tool. No other weapons will be used in the challenge. Hyper Bomb will have infinite ammunition because otherwise this won't be possible. And bosses that are immune to Hyper Bomb are made vulnerable to it because otherwise we can't beat the game. In Mega Man 1, actually, most of the bosses are vulnerable to all weapons. There's a couple of exceptions that are relevant for Hyper Bomb specifically that I'll get into later, but those are the stipulations. So let's get straight into it. Gutsman first. Right, so let's get to talking about Hyper Bomb. Anybody that is seasoned with this game knows that this weapon is absolute garbage. The main reason is that it doesn't explode on contact. It only explodes after what feels like an eternity, meaning that with most enemies you just kind of have to pray that you hit them. See how many shots it's taking me to try and kill a Met? It's better to just jump around them. Yeah, this weapon is absolute dog shit, mainly just because it takes too long. It also uses 2 bars of ammo in the unmodded version of the game, so, you know, for what you get, it's not even worth a whole lot. I mean, Thunderbeam and Firestorm only cost 1 bar each, and this thing takes approximately 5 years to explode, so it's basically useless against bladers, actually, so this section is going to be us just tanking damage, because it detonates way too slowly. These guys are gonna probably screw us over, actually. Probably should kill them. Okay, that was really lucky. See, when something like that happens, it's like a stroke of luck, because this weapon is so useless. You gotta aim it well. Some lucky weapon drops here as well, which, you know, definitely appreciate those. Alright, got past the picket man. The rest of the stage isn't too remarkable, to be honest, but they're short enough that I'm not really gonna bother kind of skipping, I guess. Actually, why not? Actually, I changed my mind, because we got Big Eye here. So this guy is pretty annoying. There's 0 indication as to what kind of jump it will do in Mega Man 1, which I'm sure, again, most seasoned people know this, so it's just a huge pain in the ass. Now, the boss hallways in Mega Man 1, they also are really pesky because they have enemies in them. It's pretty damn annoying. We're not going to really need to worry about that for this stage because Gutsman is weak to the Hyper Bomb, but in general, it's kind of annoying. Anyways, Gutsman. He's weak to Hyper Bomb, so this is going to be a pretty short fight. I've shown this in my Mega Man 1 review series, but every single boss in this game that experiences iframes, that means every boss in this game with one very notable, very annoying and problematic exception, is actually vulnerable to the pause trick. So we're going to be taking advantage of that and using it on all of them because it makes the challenge tolerable instead of like suicide. Also, a thing to note, you might notice that all the Robot Masters are defeated and that Dr. Wily is already available. I've done this purely so that I can avoid using any Game Genie codes that might adversely affect the game. I tried a early weapons code and it just completely mangled the code, but the good thing about Mega Man 1 is that none of the stages change, and the bosses are all still there. As you can see, we were able to fight Gutsman just fine. They're not removed, so interestingly enough, beating the stage changes nothing about it, unlike in Mega Man's 4 through 6 where the boss is gone, so that'll play to our advantage here. Either way, Cutman stage isn't terribly noteworthy, although you're better off playing pacifist mode for this first part, because stopping to kill the Beaks with Hyper Bomb is a complete waste of time. This hallway isn't anything to note either, so I'm just gonna cut ahead. Just avoid all these annoying jumpy fleas if you can. This section takes an absolute eternity, just because of this shitty weapon. Okay, I'm actually surprised the hitbox reached up there. Yeah, this thing is so unbelievably slow and terrible. It's just, I can't believe that they didn't nobody thought... people thought this was acceptable. Like, people on the dev team saw that this weapon takes, like, 3 literal seconds to detonate and was like... They were like, yeah, that's totally fine. The player can definitely put up with that. Yeah, bladers again. These guys are so persistent. Get over here. Okay. When you actually, like, get the stars to align and kill something with Hyper Bomb, you feel like a god. It's just so bizarre. Ladder skip on this screen. There we go. Alright, let's get to Cutman. This will come more into play later, but I will be using save states for this run. I mean, I typically do when I record these anyways, but for this one, there are a few parts that are particularly exceptionally noticeable that require either good luck or just a lot of tries. Either way, Cutman, I believe he takes 2 damage from Hyper Bomb. Let's try and... The annoying thing about Hyper Bomb, compared to other weapons in Mega Man 1, is that the hitbox lasts for a much shorter length of time than you might actually expect, first of all, and second of all, it doesn't... it's not a continuous projectile like the rest of the weapons. The explosion fades into itself, so yeah, it's already gone. With any other weapon, you can just kind of do that until the cows come home. And I missed. Okay, if I don't kill him here, it might be wraps. It might be wraps. I think I should be able to do it. I think what's going to happen is that the rolling cutter is going to kill me on the return, and I'm going to have to do a jump cut. I think that's what's going to happen. Oh. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay. You... Ugh, damn it. You... Oh, crap. Whoa. Okay. You're not seeing anything. Don't... Come on. Oh, this thing is such a piece of crap. Die, please. Thank you. Ugh. Alright, next stage. I bet everybody was real excited for this one. As you can imagine, this stage is a massive pain because you can't actually do anything to hit these watchers. So you're pretty liable to get hit like at least twice, kind of like I did, but as long as you keep climbing, it's not too bad. Nice. Okay, that actually kind of worked out. Not sure if I'll be able to swing this, though. Oh, nice. There we go. That's called skill. Alright, let's cut ahead a little bit. Alright, so I'm sure a good, decent few of you were wondering about how we're going to acquire the magnet beam. And I bet those same people have not seen my Mega Man 1 review series because I cover this there as well. But here's a little trick you can do with any weapon. Obviously, we still have Hyper Bomb equipped, but... I cut past the beginning part of the trick because it's kind of tricky, but what you want to do is get on this ladder and press down left and shoot on the same frame, and you'll know you've done it right when Mega Man is climbing in the air like this. Now, what you want to do from here is push up and left at the same time. Sometimes it doesn't play nice with you. I believe you also have to hit them on the same frame or something. Okay, it's really nice how when I did it off camera, it worked the first time. Okay, alright. Anyways, once you've got that part down, you'll end up on the left side of the screen here in midair. Now what you want to do from here is jump, and at the apex of your jump, tap right, and you'll end up in this position. Now from here, what you want to do is gently walk right, but tap left for like 1 frame, and you'll be kind of like this. So, you know, act like you're walking right, then tap left to turn around, and you'll be standing next to the magnet beam. Now, from here, what you want to do to make sure you don't get stuck, tippy-toe to the left. Once you've acquired magnet beam, jump, and you can continue on your merry way. Let's do a cut again, because the rest of the stage is a bunch of boring crap. The stage is so god-awful. Anyways. Alright, Elecman. This guy is a massive pain in the ass. Great. Yeah. There you go. Case in point. So, Elecman fires at one of 3 given points on the floor. Oh my fucking god, come on. Holy shit. Really, nailing Elecman with this thing is the most difficult part of this. I believe he takes 2 damage from it, so... Fuck. Yeah, this is just so goddamn annoying. Get over here. Just trying to hit him with this sack of shit weapon. Come on, please explode. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it does do 2 damage to him, it looks like. And yeah, the strategy is get lucky enough to... Is he jumping over it? God, you prick. Fuck. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Okay, I'm not sure how the 3rd hit happened, but I'll... Oh, wait, damn it. Do that again. Wait, no. Go to the other side. Alright, yeah, jump around it. That's great. Oh, crap. Shit. As you can tell by the commentary, this is extremely aggravating. Wait, what? What is he doing? Okay, wait, what? Oh. Did we break him? Wait. Oh, shit. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. We might have... I don't know what's going on with him, but I will gladly take advantage of this weakness. Come on. Listening to this annoying beeping and booping really gets on your nerves, too, let me tell you. I mean, I guess while we wait for him to die, I can complain about Elecman's stage, and Hyperbomb being able to hit nothing in it other than the spines, which then just leaves you screwing around with them on platforms for like a million years. And the big eye right at the very end, like in case you get stomped on, you just get screwed over. Alright, well I'm glad that's over. That's probably the worst stage in the challenge, especially for Hyperbomb because you can't hit the Watchers, so it's like an HP conservation challenge. Alright, time for Iceman. I skipped past them, but the Crazy Razies, interestingly enough, when you hit them with the Hyperbomb explosion, only the bottom segment dies, so you end up getting chased by them, which is really nice, as you can imagine. Iceman stage probably is going to be super eventful. I mean, most of this is platforming and just avoiding generic respawning enemies. Coming back to this game's stage design after, like, any of the other entries just makes it obvious how boring and bland it is. Like, so many of these stages are just kind of devoid of anything very interesting. Come on. They all have the same kind of feel to them. They definitely got a lot better at this with Mega Man 2, that's for sure. Anyways, we got Yoku blocks. Thankfully, Hyperbomb can destroy the spine unless it doesn't matter. Okay. Yoku block puzzles aside, now we got the footholder segment, which... I'm actually just gonna speed this up because this is just, again, boring. Oh, nice. I actually made that jump. I was not expecting that. Oh, yeah, great. Okay. Oh, shit. I forgot that these penguins pop in this segment. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. You can't hit the penguins in midair, obviously, so this, you know, doesn't play out very nicely for Hyperbomb. Come on. Let me up. Okay. Getting this life is way more difficult than it seems. You have to jump at a really specific angle. Alright, some health. That's appreciated. There's just a big eye on the next screen, so let's go to Iceman. Alright, Iceman. I forget how much damage he takes from the Hyperbomb. I think it's 4. But either way, he stands still for long enough chunks of the fight that it's like less painful to hit him with this thing. Yeah, like he stands in a particular place. Wait, why did I fall? Okay, well, I'm gonna take 10 damage, but come on, please explode. Okay, thank you. And please die. Come on, why are you not taking damage? Do I have to... What the hell is happening? Take damage. Is the game just lagging too much? The hell? Okay. I have no idea what was going on for the first 15 seconds. You just wouldn't die. Alright, next. Waiting around the stage. Sure is fun. Actually, I'm getting wailed. Okay, hold on. Let's recover some health. Fun fact for those that didn't know, health respawns infinitely in Mega Man 1, so you can just do that. Anyways, I'm playing the stage on like 1.5 speed just because like this is kind of boring and goes on the same way for a while. Really the only interesting thing left to talk about is Fireman, which we will get to very soon. Actually, there's this stupid obnoxious fire wave mechanic that appears for literally one screen. I actually don't think this is dodgeable. I've heard some people claim that it is, but I don't think so. I think you just walk too slow. I don't know why this is in like one screen and then never appears again. Stuff like that is so bizarre to me. Like, why bother programming something and using it for literally one screen? It's just so bizarre. Like, wouldn't you at least want to make use of that asset like twice, maybe? A lot of things in Mega Man games are like this, where it just appears once, kind of unceremoniously, and then vanishes from the rest of the game. So it's definitely not, it's not a first and it won't be a last, but it's definitely bizarre. Thankfully, Fireman stage is one of the few that doesn't end in a big eye, so we don't need to worry about that. We are still going to get hit by these things. Beaks. Not beaks, these are screw bombers. Just keep going. Yeah, whatever. This is annoying, but it really doesn't matter. Oh, nice. I don't know how I managed to dodge those two. Oh wow, this video is actually a bit longer than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, we only have 5 more stages. Either way, Fireman, this guy's annoying. He also only takes 1 damage from hyper bombs, so come on. Just trying to get him into position is really annoying, as you can imagine. The way his AI works is that he only fires when one of 2 conditions are met. You have to be a certain distance from him, or you have to shoot yourself. Or what? Oh, I guess he doesn't... Oh, huh? Okay, wait, maybe it's when he takes damage. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I guess it's when he takes damage that he retaliates. Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. This is gonna take an eternity, even if I manage to get the trick off on him, so I might, honestly, fast forward this, or... Whoa. Oh, he got a certain... Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you always have to be right, like, kind of near him. Oh, okay. Let's cut. It seems like the dynamic of this fight is to lay the bombs down as like mines and then just try and get as much mileage out of those hits as you can. Having to do this is so annoying, but it definitely makes things easier. Oh, crap. We're out of frames. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that was terrible. There we go. Yeah, trying to position... Nah, that's not gonna hit him. Neither's that. Maybe? Yeah, this is like a timing challenge more than anything else. Come on. Oh, okay. Whoa. Alright. Okay, as you can imagine, this is pretty goddamn painful. Please die. Thank you. Holy shit, that was so annoying. Oh, nice. There was a glitched out fire graphic for like half a second. Alright, last stage. Or last Robo Master. Bombman stage is another one where you're better off playing pacifist mode for most of the stage. A lot of these things are just easier to walk by because trying to kill them with Hyper Bomb is going to take you double the amount of time for absolutely no reward. There's an interesting thing about this stage. It's the only stage in Mega Man 1 that has Sniper Joes, meaning that unless you visited this stage, which you have no reason to do because there's nothing here, you wouldn't know that Sniper Joes are actually weak to the Hyper Bomb. It takes them out in one hit. It doesn't pierce their shield, which is pretty annoying, but it does get rid of them in one hit. I also find it odd that this is the only stage that has them. Like, I'm not sure why Bombman of all things. This stage is also really generic and short, but I'm pretty sure anybody that's played this game could tell you that. We also are not really going to need that life, so I'm not even going to bother. Let's see if we can nail this guy. No. Come on. Yeah, this thing is weak to Hyper Bomb. Still can't hit it. Come on. There we go. Man, it takes forever. Alright, let's cut to Bombman. Okay, actually, here's something kind of neat. When you use the select button, you can zip downwards. And, like, before I was able to stealthily dodge these... Oh, okay, nice. That time it worked out. That's kind of funny. Alright, Bombman. So this guy also takes 1 damage from his own weapon, thankfully. Okay, we have a good opportunity for a little spam attack here. Come on. Please explode. Please explode. Yeah. This is the strategy for every single encounter in this game. It's mostly just a lot of really annoying select shenanigans. It's just way easier than trying to use this piece of... Wait, what? How did I end up... Okay. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm just gonna cut forward some HP, because it's the same damn thing over and over again. Okay, I'm actually realizing I have no idea what I did, but I think I've broken the game. The music is messed up, and occasionally I have been teleporting to the left side of the screen with glitched graphics. I assume it's not gonna happen anymore now that I actually want it to, but what the hell? Yeah, the music is messed up. It's like one of the channels isn't playing what it's supposed to play. That's really weird. Okay, anyways. Okay, that was really bizarre and also very annoying, as you can imagine, but I guess it's over now. Alright. Time for Wily stages. Oh yeah, you have to select him manually. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we're gonna cut. This first section is just big eyes. Use RNG to skirt past them. Right, so I'm sure a few of you were wondering about this, and also the magnet beam usage later in the stage, but we're gonna be counting these as like meta weapon presses. They don't impact anything about the gameplay, and we literally cannot do anything about this, so... There's also no glitches to work around this, really, unfortunately. So... We're just going to ignore that, and the same for the magnet beam room later in this stage. It's like, it doesn't have any impact on the gameplay, and is just forced on us by the game, so we don't really have much choice. As for this room, if the fleas choose to do a large jump to the left, you're kind of screwed, because you won't be able to climb the ladder in time. I always thought that was pretty stupid. But anyways, carrying right along. The next few rooms aren't really that interesting. Well, you can do the ladder trick in this one. Actually, that's kind of interesting. So strange to me that they required the magnet beam for this single room and then didn't do anything else with it for the entire rest of the game. Really weird choice. Anyways, Yellow Devil. So this is where a little exception is going to become relevant, because as most of you know, the Yellow Devil's eye spawns too high up to actually hit with the Hyper Bomb. So we're going to be enabling a interesting Game Genie code that decreases the detonation time. So instead of the bomb detonating after like 1 million years, we can have the bomb detonate much faster than that. So this is going to be the only way we can actually hit the Yellow Devil, because otherwise the bomb's on the floor, can't do anything about that. Interestingly enough, I believe the Yellow Devil is the only boss in this game that has a hard-coded immunity to the Hyper Bomb. Even though the Wily machine also can't be hit by it, it is vulnerable to it. Like in the stats for the Wily machine, like if you could land a hyper bomb hit, it would theoretically do 1 damage, which is interesting. But the Yellow Devil is immune, which is very interesting to me. Why is he not taking damage? Come on. The good thing about Yellow Devil is that the weak spot always remains in one position, doesn't move around it very much at all. Oh, it's over, isn't it? Okay. Damn it. Yeah, honestly, the whole sound effect cacophony that plays while doing this trick is pretty damn annoying, but you know, how else are you going to deal with these bosses? I certainly don't have all day to waste on this bullshit. Alright, Wily 2, let's go. Alright, Wily 2. This opening section is an absolute nightmare. So, that's the reason 1. You have to dodge these bladers in a very particular way. You're just going to get swarmed like this. So really, part of the strategy is trying to tank strategically. Just get down here as quickly as possible, to be honest. Alright, Cutman. So, this guy is still as obnoxious as before. Jumping around. Really difficult to get him in one particular position. Oh, damn. Keeps jumping around like a monkey. Yeah, let's just cut. This is way more annoying than it looks. Just trying to get in the right position to hit him with this weapon is so... Come on, man. Come on. Get over here. Please die. Thank you. Alright. So for this next segment, thankfully you can farm health, like I mentioned earlier. So from that Cutman fight, you're going to want to farm health on this little health pickup here. Let me show how that's done, I suppose. So first get rid of this screw bomber. I said come on. Yeah. Get rid of the screw bomber. Boom. Grab the health. Walk over here. Jump across. And just do that a bunch of times. I'm not going to show this. Alright, Elecman. This guy's a right pain in the ass as well. Just like before. Yeah, thanks. Why does he keep doing that? Oh wait, he always walks to this side. Okay, wait, yeah. Never mind. Then, yeah. Okay. I almost forgot. Crap. And another few minutes of this. This is really, really fun, isn't it? Okay, I think he screwed himself over by running through the explosion. Please die. Please die. Please die. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the, this weapon is so bad that it's honestly not fun to use, and, like, the, quote, enjoyment of trying to kill the bosses with the pause trick is honestly just more aggravating than interesting. Like, this might honestly be the first one where I feel like it's, like, genuinely unfun just because of how terrible this weapon is. Like, the thing is, at least with Spark Shock, it has, like, this... Like, first of all, it at least, is, like, the bosses in Mega Man 3 are kind of, like, better designed, so it doesn't feel as painful. Like, there's not as much bullshit. But the thing is also that Hyper Bomb is just really unwieldy, and, like, you can't... There's no E-tanks, so you can't really get away with tanking damage the same way you can in 3. You really need to try and be in your A game for as much of the stage as possible, and it's just really challenging when you're only... Do you just get hit by this? Oh, okay, wait. I was like, what? Yeah, it's just, what are you supposed to do in this scenario? You just get hit. This thing is trash. Like, yeah, I don't... Usually I say that these challenges are sort of fun to attempt on your own, but this just sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, anyways, copy robot. So this guy copies your weapon, meaning that we're both gonna be firing off dogshit bombs at each other, which is, I suppose, good for us. His his Elec. His AI is the same as Elecman's. The only difference, I believe, is that because there's no terrain, the AI behavior associated with terrain never plays out, but there is an unused terrain behavior for Copy Robot, which is kind of interesting. Otherwise, yeah, it's the same fire at certain points kind of thing going on. There's a difference in its jump arc, I believe, but I kind of forget what that is. Also, how did I... Yeah. This is like so funny. It's like crap versus crap. Wait, this might be good? Maybe? Okay, yeah. Nice. Whenever you get a juicy hit that's centered on a boss with this thing, you have to take as much advantage as possible. Alright, yeah. Just keep going. Might reduce his health to like half-ish, I think. That should be possible. Okay, yeah. Explosion's over. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. I was like, just one more hit in the center, please. Just one more. Alright, get out of here. Man, this is torture. Alright, Wily 3. It's gonna be one big skip, probably, because there's nothing to this stage. Take as much precaution as possible not to get hit in this stage, just for reference. This boss is going to give us a lot of trouble. CW10P is the one exception for the statement I made very early on in the video about boss iframes. CW10P is treated as a collection of enemies, meaning that it doesn't abide by the same rules, and it's not vulnerable to the invincibility trick because it doesn't experience boss iframes. So this fight is we actually have to kind of... Oh, yeah, okay, great. No, we need all the health we can get. Okay. Okay, as I was saying. So, this boss is gonna give us so much trouble, partially because it's almost purely RNG. So, yeah, this is gonna be a lot of save stating. So, there are a few ways to get screwed over in this fight. The CW10P mini-boss components move in a clockwise pattern consistently. They always rotate this way. So for the first couple, this doesn't pose that much of a problem. You just need to make sure not to get hit, which I'm not doing the best job of. Alright, so here's where RNG starts to get bad. The second one is not too bad either. Really, the biggest thing is it's all luck dependent on where they spawn from, because there are certain positions, in certain positions you can't dodge them at all. And, you know, I mean, this wasn't built to be fair, clearly. There's just no way to beat this thing without taking damage, provided that you don't use the super arm. Otherwise, I believe it is possible, but it's very, very challenging. Also, keep screwing this up. There we go. That's what I meant to do. So yeah, the early phases of this don't play out that badly. Things get a lot worse once the stronger, faster, more importantly, bubbles start to show up. That's when things get really problematic. Please, God damn it. Oh wait, I could just, wait. Yeah, that's slow down. We're not gonna do that quite yet. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, yeah. Okay, yeah. If you're on the left and it comes from the top, then you're good. No. There we go. Yeah, this has to be played in a really like hyper-specific way if you don't want to just completely lose the fight, essentially. I know yeah, okay. That's a great example of how to get screwed over. Is it always going to come from the left? Okay. I guess it's decided at some point after the previous segment dies. I don't know. Okay. That's good to know. That's one. Each segment takes 3 bombs to kill, in case it wasn't already obvious, but I'm sure any astute observer picked on that. Okay, I think that hit. I didn't think that was gonna hit, but I guess it did. Okay, this is actually going a lot better than I thought. Okay, wait. Yeah. Oh. Make up your mind. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Yeah. See, this is literally, it's complete RNG, essentially. Just where they come from. And you need to preserve your health. This is not, there's no optionality when it comes to this. You run out of health here, we don't have any E-tanks or anything, like I said before, so you don't preserve your health. Ugh, I keep slipping off the edge. And missing. Okay, nice. That one hit. Miss. And of course, because Hyper Bomb takes 5 business days to explode, we have to fire these bombs so far in advance. It's on the complete opposite side of the screen. Whoa. Fuck. Okay, just a little later than that. No. Come on. Missed. Man, this is so... Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, whoa. Oh, nice. Okay. This is the point at which dodging becomes an absolute nightmare. Oh, shit. Okay. Whoa. I don't even know where you need to throw the bomb to hit it at this speed. It is probably, like, almost a complete rotation behind. Okay, that hit. Can we get another hit, please? See how painful this is? Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? This stupid weapon. I'm really ragging on Hyper Bomb. Oh man, okay, let's just cut ahead, because, oh, holy shit. Once you get to the final segment, it's literally just like a bullshit carnival game, pretty much. Any sense of logic is basically out the window. This is just so unimaginably frustrating, too. Come on. Why did they even... I'm trying to reserve my anger for this weapon. Okay, what is the timing? Oh, okay, it's like a full circuit ahead of where it should be. Like one full rotation. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, bye-bye. Oh, nice, I missed. Fucking... Okay. Yeah, that's over. That was absolutely, fundamentally terrible. Holy shit. Okay. I'm honestly going to skip straight to the Wily machine. If you want to see me pause and kill the 4 other Robot Masters, just rewind to earlier in the video, because I'm realizing that it's just honestly beyond unamusing. Fuck. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. This section has a Yashichi at the end of it, so we don't really need to care about any of this. Alright, so after 4 Robot Master fights of painful torture and bullshit, we arrive at Wily Machine 1. So, just like Yellow Devil, this thing normally can't be hit by Hyper Bomb. So we have our little Hyper Bomb explode early code, because otherwise we can't hit this thing. Now this thing is programmed to take 1 damage from Hyper Bomb, like I said earlier. But again, the strategy is mostly just the same thing that it's been the entire video. Boss battles really have not been a highlight for this challenge, I'm going to be totally honest. Actually, it might just be less painful to try and do it that way. Hold on. Yeah, this might actually suck a little less. Surprising. Probably not going to hold true for the second phase, though. Because this thing, the shots are kind of annoying. Why is it not working? Please die. Okay, yeah, Wily's dead. There we go. God, okay. That was honestly way more painful than I thought it was going to be from the outset. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, Hyper Bomb is a piece of shit. Hopefully this video taught you that much at least. Special highlights for bullshit. CW10P, obviously. The boss fights, just trying to get them to stand on the Hyper Bomb so that it would explode and kill them was so unbelievably tedious and annoying. Playing some of the stages on pacifist mode was kind of cool, just because it's easier to do that than try and use Hyper Bomb to kill anything, but honestly, this run just kind of felt like mostly like RNG manipulation for both the enemies and the bosses, like especially the big eyes, bosses, just honestly not really all that, not very fun to play, to be totally honest. Never use this weapon. Don't use this thing unless you're trying to beat Gutsman, but otherwise it's just not worth it. It's so bad. It's so goddamn bad. Anyways, hopefully we'll be tackling a more fun weapon next time. But thank you all for watching. This is Zeno signing off. Bye-bye.